Hello, this is Tootee again, and this is Transformations, part 2 already. And as you can see, I was building a little way out of my town in that direction here. In the end there is a little river and we will build a bridge one day together, but first I put some wheat here. It was quite some work and I didn't really do all of the fields that I would like to do, but it's a start. I worked rain or shine, and here we go. At the end of the field, close to the city, I put a little wall with a little water source, and a creeper was sneaking by. And here is the place where I would like to build for today's episode. It's the backyard of the house that we were building in the last episode, and we're going to build a barn here. For the foundation of the building I use cobblestone, since that is available and it's around and it's already used on most of the buildings. And for further constructions I used fences to fill the windows, and then I went up with oak wood blocks. And I also used oak wood for some pillars on the outside to frame the building. And then I was thinking, what else is available around here? And not so far away, just over there is a roofed forest. And in roofed forests you can find dark oak. And I thought, why not? So I went there, and here we have what I use for the roof, dark oak wood. And since I would like to use the upper story of that building, as it is usually done in a barn, I raised the roof quite a bit. And then I made some openings here and there, put a little platform there that we can take things up there to that story. And I closed the roof with slabs, basically. Raised it a little more with, as you can see, with stairs, and then I filled in with slabs. And here also I used slabs to just fill in some floor, and in the center of that I left a hole that also there can be goods transported up and down. And then I thought I go a little Tudor style for the sides, and I used bone blocks and dark oak fences to give that distinguished look. And I also used some fences to build a little transport system that can be used to transport things up and down, but I was not quite sure about that. Put some light inside of the barn, and then I used some iron fences and I made a little platform here, so we have a little crane-ish thing that is there. And I, as I mentioned before, filled the roof with dark oak slabs here. Then I went around with basically just some decorative ideas. I put some hay there. That would be the natural thing if wheat grows around, to store hay in that barn of ours, right? And then I decided to replace those dark oak fences for ordinary oak fences, just to have a little more contrast there. And then I went further with the Tudor style, and I put some dark oak logs in there and little landscaping. And here we go, right? A little more decorative work, put some coarse dirt into the ground here and there, just to create a little bit ambience, to create a little bit feeling. I also made an exit to the back of the barn and to the back of the property. And night it was already. I did on the inside of the building that I built last time a little bit of decorative work. I made a little office room, and I hung some banners as decoration. And I would like to show you how I did the lighting here inside. I just hid some torches under the carpet. Very common trick, I guess you knew that already. But what else do I do to have hidden light sources. Here, for example, on the fields, I use the following trick that when I make a water hole, I put into the water hole, I put a light source. So I dig a little deeper, take a glowstone, put it in, and then I put water on top. Might not be something that everybody would like to do, but I think it's a good idea just to have light hidden somewhere. First of all, the wheat grows faster. If you don't have another light source there, then it takes longer for the wheat to grow. And also it looks good at night. And it's a very good benefit is that it keeps the mobsters away from your properties. As you can see, they still spawn there where it's dark, but where the light is, they do not spawn that often, or not at all. I also used some lanterns that I hid, and you can use any light source that I hid there underneath. You can use glowstone, for example, under the oak leaves, because they are also transparent. And so that area is also properly lit at night. And you don't have tons of torches spamming around. And what I also do, I think I mentioned that here I put a thing that looks like the entrance to a cellar. And since trapdoors are also transparent, or at least they let the light go through, you can hide light sources underneath there. And you have the house nicely lit without having torches or lantern in large amounts hanging around everywhere. Yeah, as you can see here, I also used that trick. And not to mention that here in my little fountain that I built here in that little water source, I also put a glowstone down there. Underwater, of course, you need to use glowstone, since I'm not sure about the lantern, but a torch would not withstand the water that you put it on when you put it on top. Yeah, so that is my little way to light my areas and my properties in a way that you don't have too much torches and lanterns and such, or just glowstone hanging around. Okay, now I think it's time to go back to the place where I built the barn and do a little work on the backyard here. I put some flower beds here already, and here those flowers grew here naturally, and I just made them put them a little into order. And what I did on the outside, built a stone wall just to kind of make the hill a little bit more interesting, that you don't have that smooth transition between those, that you have a little wall that keeps the hill there. I used some different kinds of stone that I put here and built a little wall, which I think makes the whole area a little more interesting than just to have, yeah, like a greenish hill, right? Looks not so bad, I think. And yeah, then I was thinking what else I could do, and then I decided, why not also have a little water source here inside? I went with stone around, and I made some like framing for what I wanted to do, as you can see, and then I just just put some water there that it flows down there like a little fountain that is there, and went around with the old trick to put some more pathways and put some more flowers, just decorative thing. I think that is very important, not just to build plain and simple buildings, even when you decorate them in and outside. The surrounding of where you build is also a very important factor, just to give an ambience that is nicer, just goes more interesting when you have all that. Meanwhile, there was some villagers spawning, because I put a barrel there, and of course there was fishermen that came together here on that little spot. Made a little finalizing work on my little watery thing that I built here, my little fountain. I put some more coarse dirt into the backyard and made some more decorative efforts, and finally I put some rose bushes, which I thought might be a good thing. No, that is not rose bushes. What is that? I don't know. I don't remember. I put some of those there. Or is that roses? No, I think it's something different. Yeah, but then I grabbed some, I think that is roses. Yeah, that is roses. And I put them left and right. And so you have a nice framing of the whole thing. Okay, now let us go and fly over what I built so far with shaders on. And I hope you had a little fun with Tootee and my second episode of this series.